Alright, who wants to... Gary, you want to do the intro for this one?
Man, I gotta come up with a new line because this isn't a normal video.
Yeah.
New location. New podcast. Let's do it.
New guest. This is Ty Cronan, everybody. For video viewers, look at his beautiful face. For
we forced him to sit in the middle.
He hates sitting in the middle.
In the middle. Because symmetry.
Yeah, symmetry. Ty has a different mic than us, so him sitting in the middle is greatly beneficial.
For our
yeah.
And
stop sniffing the microphone.
It's tradition, Sam.
I think my voice is back to normal, but if it's not and it sounds weird, that's because I'm still recovering from an allergy attack. I feel better, but I'm not at my peak performance in terms of feeling okay. So if my voice sounds a little odd, that's why.
That's all right. You know, we're doing it. We're doing a podcast. This was gonna be recorded on Saturday, but it's a Monday now. You'll see it on a Wednesday, I think. But let's go ahead and get into it. So this I think that's sufficient for an intro. We're gonna open this whole thing up by playing a little bit of Two Truths and a Lie.
Who wants to go first?
We could go like down the line. I think that would be the most satisfying way to do it. So we would have to start with either me or you, Gary.
I'll go.
Okay.
All right. So before I knew these people, I played paintball.
All right.
Let's. All right. So the first one. One time when I was playing paintball, some noob on my team took a paintball grenade. So let me explain to you the concept of a paintball grenade. It's a grenade, and when you pull the pin, it's like 5 seconds before it explodes, and there's like paint everywhere.
Okay, so it's like a grenade.
So it is a grenade. It's a grenade that explodes with paint. So you gotta throw it, towards the other team and hope to hit them.
Okay.
So what this dude does is he holds it in his hand just long enough that when he throws it, it explodes over my head.
All right. Okay.
So I assume that's a truth because of the detail.
Second
That's a
one.
lot of detail, yeah.
The first time I ever played paintball, we went out to the place where we were playing. I don't remember what it was called. And we found a snake on the field. So what they proceeded then to do was to get, they got like 5 employees with machetes, and they went out and chopped it into a bajillion pieces.
All right. The last one.
The last time was the very last time I played paintball. There was a 30-year-old there, and he was like I don't know if you do like paintball as a profession, but he had like a backpack and everything. He came out there.
I went and played airsoft, and there were some people there like that. Yeah.
And he came out with this sniper rifle that was like yay long, and he shot that thing at me, and it hit me in the mask. Like they give you a mask to protect your eyes, and it hit me so hard that it cracked the mask.
Jeez.
All right.
So,
are Ty and I... do Ty and I have to come to a consensus, or do we get
I don't think so.
different answers? Okay. We get to discuss, though.
Oh, yeah, go for it. You can ask me questions, too.
Okay.
I want to say...
There's a lot of detail on the grenade thing.
There's a lot of detail on all of them.
But to be fair, the detail on the grenade thing was only about the function of a grenade.
Oh, yeah.
So that's...
And I've played paintball multiple times, so I've used the grenades before.
Yeah, so this is
I want to
detail
assume
he
that's
could
the
have...
truth, though.
Yeah, okay. I'm not positive.
If anything, it's one of the other two.
The snake...
The snake was...
I'm not positive.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about the snake.
Yeah.
But, you know, he lived in Texas.
He did
and
live in Texas.
So there's mad snakes in Texas.
And snakes.
I'm trying to remember. I think it was... I don't remember what snake it was. I mean, I was younger, but to me it looked like it was about 10 feet long. Yeah. So it was a legit snake. As far as I remember in my younger age, it seemed like a legit snake.
So
okay.
I want to say the old sniper rifle man is the lie.
I'm going to say the snake is the lie.
Ty is correct. You were wrong.
Ah, man.
So there was a dude that sniped me like that. It was in my thigh. It did not hit my face.
Oh, okay. All right.
And that paintball didn't pop, so that one hurt a lot.
Oh! All right.
All right.
Ty?
Can't look at mine.
Yeah, we're not looking at your screen.
All right. So I performed in an orchestra in elementary school.
Okay.
I loved mozzarella cheese sticks as a kid. That's the second one. And my favorite book series as a kid was Harry Potter. Those are the 3.
Oh, crap.
I'm not even positive you've read Harry Potter. Because I recall having had conversations about the books with a couple of my friends, and I don't...
Harry Potter.
You've read it? Okay, all right.
Could he be lying to us, though?
But favorite book series, I'm not positive about. Let's see.
I think the mozzarella thing is true.
I guess so.
That sounds kind of like a lie. I don't know. Ty, we get to
state
grill
that one again.
Which one?
The cheese stick one. Did you
I
say
loved
favorite?
mozzarella cheese sticks as a kid.
Okay.
We get to grill Ty, right? We get to ask him questions. Don't
Yeah.
we? Okay, Ty. Darn. Oh, okay. Yeah, Harry Potter. What would come second?
Which one would come second?
Yeah, what book series would come second?
Book series would come second. On my favorite list of books right now.
No, just as a kid.
Just as a kid.
If Harry Potter's one, then
I think I'd say if Harry Potter's one, then I was big into Wings of Fire as a kid.
okay.
I still read those. I read
Okay.
the 13th one recently.
Yeah, but they come out only every year. It's awful.
All right, cheese is a lie. That's what I've come to. Gary.
I think Harry Potter's a lie.
Harry Potter's a lie. I didn't read Harry Potter until the 7th grade. That's how sad I am.
Really?
Yeah, the key thing was as a kid was Harry Potter.
Okay.
Well, see, I wanted to win, and I wanted to win, so I didn't say that I had seen him reading it in 7th grade.
Oh.
Now today I
kind of rings a bell now that you say it. Okay.
Now today I actually hate mozzarella cheese sticks, but I used to love them as a kid.
Oh, okay. Because I thought you might have mentioned cheese sticks before for some reason. No, it's because that guy whose name I won't name, but you guys know who I'm talking about, who ate the cheese stick
like that.
unsatisfyingly at lunch.
Like a corn on the cob.
Yeah.
That's awful.
If you're watching, dude, screw you for the way you eat cheese sticks. All right.
It's a crime.
It really is. It's horrible. He eats it like a corn on the cob, man.
It's awful.
All right. Here's my things. Number 1, I knocked out a tooth when I was 4 while dancing on a chair.
Sounds like you.
Number 2, my 5th grade principal called me to her office because I threw a baby out of a window in my student council campaign video.
I know that's true. I saw the video.
And the 3rd one, I falsely thought that my middle name was Anderson for the first 9 years of my life.
The first one's a lie.
The 3rd one's a lie.
Okay, Gary's right. I did knock out the tooth. I was dancing on a chair. I did throw the baby.
We know you threw the baby.
We know you threw the baby.
We saw the video.
Have you guys both seen it?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, man.
I saw the video.
Darn. All right,
I
well.
think you showed it to me last New Year's. Not last.
Must have, yeah.
The New Year's before last, because
I need to do
weeks ago.
a YouTube video about my student council campaign stuff, because there's some funny stuff in those videos. They're actually pretty good. All right, Gary?
This one's kind of cheating.
Okay.
A little bit. So, my 4th grade math and science teacher's name was Miss Molig. My 3rd grade reading, writing, and social studies teacher's name was Miss Crew. And my 3rd grade math and science teacher's name was Miss Hughes.
Hughes is a generic name. I'm going to say that's the lie.
Ty?
Can you say them all again? I wasn't listening.
4th grade math and science, Miss Molig. 3rd grade reading, writing, and social studies, Miss Crew. 3rd grade math and science, Miss Hughes.
I just don't think you make up Molig. You know? It seems unlikely. I don't know.
First one's a lie.
Sam is correct. You're wrong.
Seriously?
Miss Hughes was a teacher at that school, but she did not teach me.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I thought Hughes just sounded generic enough that you could have made it up. That's
Yeah.
what my reasoning was. All right.
That's
Ty.
fair.
Okay. So, number 1, I own 3 fedoras.
That's true.
Yeah.
Number 2, I still have our High School Musical Junior script sitting in my room.
I still have mine.
3, I have a birthmark on my forehead called a crane bite.
Let me see it.
It's not very pronounced, but when I'm sick or if I'm ridiculously tired, it'll get inflamed.
Oh, well, then if that's the truth, then the second one's a lie.
Okay.
Maybe.
If the birthmark thing is a lie, then you lied about it very calmly and very well just then, and you explained it really well on the spot for that to be a lie. So I don't think it is. What was the first one again? Yeah, it's fedoras. You still have the High School Musical script. I still have my High School Musical script. I think there's a good chance you only have like 2 fedoras and you're screwing with us. So the first one's a lie.
Okay.
Now. Alright. I am wearing the shirt that says, "Hold on, let me overthink this." Now,
As is Ty, by the way. I'm wearing
No,
a
his
shirt.
is
overanalyzed
overanalyzed.
because plagiarism.
Oh, okay. I'm wearing a shirt with a picture of Shakespeare that says, "Dost thou even hoist, sir?" And he's all jacked and he's got a protein shake.
Anyway, allow me to make my reference.
I want a protein shake.
I am about to overthink this, okay?
Okay, alright, let's do it.
So, you said that Ty, lied about that calmly, and he, did it very well. Now...
If he lied, then it was very calm.
Yeah. I think Ty's a very smart person, and I think he's able to make up a lie
flattered.
just like that. And I think that the third one's a lie.
I only own one fedora.
Dang it.
Yeah.
And it's sitting on my guitar in my room. And I put a tie on my guitar too, because I don't ever play the guitar, so it's just hanging on my wall with a tie.
I knew that you owned at least one fedora.
I have one. I think I
had
gave
seen it.
away the other two.
Yeah, I still have.
Last
I didn't know
year.
you gave them away.
No, I think I only had two, but I gave some away because I didn't want them. I only own one, and it's like a sort of a twine thatch.
What are the
fedora.
chances? What are the chances that Miss Coon is watching this video right now and she's like, they still have their scripts. I'm gonna hunt those kids down and kill them.
That was a confession.
She doesn't watch.
We
these.
just confessed. No.
she doesn't watch me. I don't think. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Better hope.
Here's my 2 truths and a lie. My second one. I accidentally put a meme with a curse word in a first grade science project, not knowing what it meant. The second one. During 4th, 5th, and early 6th grade, I made roughly 30 5-minute episodes of an SNL ripoff sketch comedy show. And
During
the
what
third
grade?
one is... I'm sorry.
During what grade?
4th, 5th, and early 6th, but just barely in 6th. And the third one is I have a video of my dad walking down the streets of Boston in a Harvard tank top in slow motion while Staying Alive plays in the background.
I believe that.
I believe that. I believe
I
that.
think you do.
No, yeah, that's...
I think the second one's a lie.
Which one was that?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I just remember thinking the first one, truth. Then the second one, I don't know. And then the third one, truth.
I think I'm going to go with Ty. I think the second one's a lie.
No, the second one is true. It was called Sunday Nights, and it was complete SNL ripoff. And it was on Vimeo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which one was the lie?
The lie was the curse word in the first grade science project. I
would have done that, though.
Yeah, I did quote a meme with a curse word in it to my dad one time, and that's where that inspiration came from. He was like, "What did you just say?" Like it was.
Oh yeah. See, that's something I would have done because I didn't know a lot of the curse words for a while.
I don't know any of the curse words. Would you like to teach me some of the curse words?
See, I didn't know them for a while, so that's like something that I think that I could have ended up doing if I wasn't careful.
Yeah.
So.
I was not careful. So, all right.
Garrison?
All right, so I messed this one up when I wrote it this morning. This is 2 lies and a truth.
Okay. All right. We'll have to find the truth in here then.
My favorite board game is Risk. My favorite board game is Catan. My favorite board game is Monopoly.
Oh crap.
Risk isn't a board game.
Is
it?
Yeah,
Yes,
it
it
is.
is.
It is for sure.
It's a mobile game,
And
too.
I've watched
and
you
I will
play-
I will say this. I have all 3 of them. I own all 3 of them. They're all in my.
Are these your top 3?
We just have to figure out which one's his favorite.
Yes, these are my top 3.
These are your top 3. Okay, so we're just trying to find which one actually
Can you
falls
say them
number
again?
one.
I forgot what you...
My favorite board game is Risk. My favorite is Catan, or my favorite is Monopoly.
I've watched you play Risk on your iPad, the iPad version of it, and you've
Explain to me what Catan is.
Catan is it's a game where it's this hexagonal map that it's like a settlers game. Like you settle different things to collect different resources and like expand and take over the territories. Well, not take over the territories, but like get a certain amount of points to end the game to eventually win and make your family mad that you're better than them.
So I'm going to do the method of one of these is not like the other. I'm going to say Monopoly's a truth.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Risk, just from my experience having seen you play it.
Sam is correct. It is Risk.
Yeah.
Catan is a close second.
Yeah.
Monopoly is actually my third, just because Monopoly takes so long.
It does.
And I played it.
But Risk takes forever too.
Well, I mean, if you're as good as me, I'm kidding. But I did beat my dad in like an hour and a half at Risk one time.
That's pretty solid.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty fast for Risk. All right.
Okay.
The last time I played Monopoly, it was like It was just before Christmas. It was
It was
Christmas
over
Eve.
Christmas break because I
Yeah,
called you from
yeah.
Barnes and Noble to get a book recommendation from your sister for my sister, and you were playing Monopoly when I
Yeah,
called you.
and I won that game. 9 hotels by the end of the game.
Yeah, he was bragging about it over text to me later. He was like, "I just beat my siblings in Monopoly."
I think the last time I played Monopoly was actually with our other ginger friend at his house, like 2 or 3 years ago.
We could say his name, right?
Probably.
Niece.
Niece.
I call you Morgan. I call him Garrison or Gary.
That's even. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, okay, Ty.
Number 1, I am a very orthodox and organized person. Number 2.
Oh, I thought that was going down a religious road for a second.
God,
and I was
no.
like, no, stop.
Number 2.
Cut the question. Cut the question.
This is a pretty easy one, I think. Number 2, I bite my fingernails. Number 3, my favorite color is green.
You definitely bite your fingernails.
The first one's a lie. I know.
Yeah, you're not very organized.
Yeah, the first one's a lie.
Oh god, I'm a procrastinator.
No, because I know
can't
both
keep
of those
my
things because
words.
I played over 150 hours of Minecraft with you.
We're gonna talk about that later. We're talking about their Minecraft in a second.
Yeah, see, I've learned both of these things just because I've played over 150 hours of Minecraft with him.
I think it was 266 between both of us.
Well, between the both of us, but
And at Tech Fair then, but
No,
now
so-
it's like 300.
yeah, now it's
Which
about
means
300.
It's 150.
Yeah, so we've played about 150 hours of Minecraft together.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Did anybody start a timer for this segment?
No,
Okay. I suppose we're on track-ish, so...
we're gonna hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Some embarrassing stuff in here, man. Okay.
Go for it, dude.
Number 1, my first celebrity crush was in kindergarten, and it was Taylor Swift's animated character from the Lorax.
Ugh.
Wait.
Number 2,
Is there one?
the reason I cut my Justin Bieber haircut was because I got lice. And number 3, while in Scotland, my entire family got in trouble in the castle where Monty Python was filmed because we were recreating a fight scene.
The third one's probably true.
Okay.
I want to believe the first one. And I think you just hated the Justin Bieber haircut as a kid. I think you told me
Yeah,
that.
Okay. All
I
right.
think the second one's a lie.
No, got lice.
Really?
Mad lice.
did?
Oh, that
Whole
sucks, dude.
lot of lice.
Oh, he's blonde.
Oh, my bad. Blondes
Should've
get
known that.
lice.
Do
I'm
they?
sorry. No, I'm sorry. No.
I actually think I think blonde kids are more prone to lice.
I'll tell you, if I had lice, I would have to shave my head, and it would take me hours. The other day, my mom was telling me that when she went to get her haircut, like we go to the same person who cuts our hair, and she was complaining about how every time she cuts my haircut, gives me a haircut, my hair is so thick she has to sharpen her scissors afterwards.
That's cool. When I get a haircut, I go to my mom's haircuttist.
Stylist?
Yeah, my mom's stylist, and it's weird because it's all women, and they're all so nice. And I'm just sort of like I'm around a bunch of women. It's weird.
Ty's not used to being around females.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay, girls tend to get head lice more often, and this is
Because
more
they
among
have more
kids.
hair, duh.
Well, yeah, more
Yeah,
hair, more hair,
on
and
average.
they're closer to each other usually. Boys tend to stay farther away, and girls tend to like.
Oh, and
Very
what
true.
was the lie in that last one?
The lie was Monty Python. We didn't recreate a fight scene.
Oh, dang.
man.
I really believed it too.
We recreated
did
some
too.
scenes, but no fight scenes. Blondes do not get head lice as much because the lice can't grip the fine hair strands. The hair is finer, so the lice can't get on it. So actually, yeah, my first celebrity crush was Taylor Swift's animated character from the Lorax. I swear.
I think my first celebrity crush was Optimus Prime. As a kid, I just thought he was so cool, but I didn't know what a crush was. So I mean, that's the only thing I can say.
Autobots roll out! Dude.
Yeah, that was my
Personally,
childhood.
I thought Megatron was cooler.
It is time for my thing. On this podcast, Gary and I both get time to talk about stuff that we want to talk about, basically. This thing, this is unfair. It's a little bit of a competition, and I am open to admitting that it's kind of unfair, because I know a little bit more about this stuff. The Oscar nominations are out.
Oh God! But I don't watch the Oscars.
I don't either.
I have not seen most of the movies that are nominated. and you guys don't have to watch them, but I just want to see, out of you two, I'll probably do best out of the three of us, but maybe not. I lost to my dad last year. But I just want to see who does best predicting some of the major categories.
Oh, are you kidding me, dude? I don't watch movies.
I know, neither of you really watch a lot of movies, so I just want to see which of you does better.
Hold on, let me count how many I've been to this year.
I will tell you...
0 because it's 2020.
Last year.
I will tell you everything I know about these things, okay?
I have been to...
Here you go, Ty.
I've been to 4 movies this year.
I don't know.
Last year.
I don't know the vast majority of these. I know Joaquin Phoenix because...
Yeah, because Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay, I don't know most of this. Okay, so for lead actor category, we're going to rank the top 3. Here we have Antonio Banderas, Pain and Glory, Leonardo DiCaprio, Once Upon a Time, Adam Driver, Marriage Story, Joaquin Phoenix, Joker, Jonathan Pryce, The Two Popes. So, and I'm going to give you all my expertise before you make your predictions. My top 3 here, in no particular order, are DiCaprio, Adam Driver, and Joaquin Phoenix. Adam Driver's Kylo Ren.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That is right, yeah. He's also the guy that I sent you. He's in a lot of memes, that's all I know.
About to eat nachos!
Yeah, that's what it was. About to eat nachos. I remember that. You sent me that for no reason.
No, I didn't send it to you. I showed you at Swim.
Oh, you showed me at Swim. Which I'm not going back to.
Alright, so, yeah, lead actor. My top 3 are Leo, Adam Driver, and Joaquin. I think Joaquin's gonna win. I think he's my
I think Joaquin will win. Alright.
Now, I
But
don't think...
But Adam Driver, I watched a clip of Adam Driver in Marriage Story, and he's so good in that, from what I've seen. And so I think he's up there as well.
Here's what I think. I think Joaquin, Driver, and DiCaprio.
For sure. Those are the top 3. Antonio Banderas is a good actor. I don't know the movie. I don't know much about The Two Popes. But it's kind of controversial. But also Joker is kind of controversial.
Well, I'm going to go all in
yeah,
and say...
But the thing is, he just did such a better job.
He did a very good job. I know that.
Joaquin's Joker performance was crazy.
Well, literally.
Yeah,
literally.
Actually insane. I want him to win, and it's mainly hope that's making him my first choice. And I think...
Do we have to actually write on this?
Yeah, you can write it.
Oh, I have a pen.
Yeah, that's why you
Do I have to put like 1, 2, 3, or do I just check them?
Just put 1, 2, 3 for your top 3.
Okay.
And I'll figure out how I'm scoring it later. So...
Click the pen.
Stop it, Ty.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if Leo has ever won an Oscar. I think he has. Yeah, he won for The Revenant. Yeah, DiCaprio has won an Oscar before.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Joaquin, Adam Driver, and then Antonio, because why not?
Okay.
I put Joaquin, DiCaprio, and then Driver.
That's what I did too, Gary. Yeah, DiCaprio is, he's kind of an Academy favorite. He's been nominated so many times. I think he's only won once, though. Alright, lead actress, Cynthia Erivo in Harriet, Scarlett Johansson in Marriage Story, Saoirse Ronan in Little Women, Charlize Theron in Bombshell, and, I can't say that, Renee something in Judy.
The only person I know here is Scarlett Johansson because Black Widow. That's the only actress I know.
Now, Cynthia Erivo, she was in, like, the Broadway, version of The Color Purple, and she, you know what, and she was when I went to Junior Theater Festival last year, she was there. And she, like, did a performance for us, and she sang for us. Which is crazy, because, like,
Say the name again, I wasn't listening.
Cynthia Erivo.
Cynthia Erivo.
Which is crazy that I saw her on stage, and now she's nominated for an Oscar. I think that's just super cool.
I think I know what my top one is.
I'm going to put Scarlett because that's the only one I know for the top one.
Harriet is a Harriet Tubman movie. You got...
2.
They like that kind of thing. They like historical people, especially. Bombshell is the one...
I'm going to say Little Women for 3.
Alright, I
know what the book's about.
I put Little Women as 1, Johansson 2, and Cynthia as 3.
I put Johansson 1, Harriet 2, and then Little Women 3.
My number 1 is going to be Harriet. Now,
the only reason Johansson is my number 1 is because the only actress I know that's on this list.
Mine go in the top 3. Harriet, Marriage Story, Little Women. Those are my top 3. Because they like historical people, and they also like Scarlett Johansson, I think. Historical people, that'll do you a lot of good. Okay,
yeah.
Best supporting actor. You'll just pick one for this one.
Supporting actor.
Tom Hanks in A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which, by the way, is a movie about Mr. Rogers, which Tom Hanks played Mr. Rogers in. And he's in the supporting actor category, and I don't know how that happened.
I think I know this one.
I like the name Al Pacino, so I'm going to...
Well, I think that one wins anyway.
Al Pacino.
Because I've heard The Irishman is...
But also...
Joe Pesci, though.
Joe Pesci. You know who Joe Pesci is? Have you seen Home Alone?
Oh, there's a mention.
Yeah, I'm
mention
changing mine to Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci is the bandit with the beanie in Home Alone.
Yeah, I think I've
awesome.
changed my mind. I think I'm going Joe Pesci.
There's
Joe
actually
Pesci's-
a mention to Joe Pesci in Be More Chill.
Really?
It's in the very first song.
That's great.
I'll never be your Rob De Niro. For me, Joe Pesci is fine.
Wow, great. Okay,
That's all I remember from that song.
let's see here. Now, Al Pacino has won an Oscar and he's been nominated for just a ton. Let's see. Joe Pesci has won for Joe Pesci has already won Best Supporting Actor in Goodfellas, which is another Martin Scorsese movie. So, I'm going to go out on a limb. The Irishman was supposed to be insanely good, but Tom Hanks doing a feel-good Mr. Rogers movie. I think the Academy is going to give him some love for that. All right, supporting actress.
Okay.
Yet again, I only know one of these.
Now, I saw the Richard Jewell movie, and it was great.
Kathy Bates. Do you know who she is?
I believe she was the,
Let me just Google her so you
Is
can
that
see.
a JoJo Rabbit?
She was the mother of the dude who did found the bomb.
She's Richard Jewell's
Mom, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so she's nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
She looks pleasant.
And
Pleasant
she
person.
did okay. She had to do a lot of very emotional scenes.
Oh,
and
and that
I thought she did a
picture
pretty
shows
good job.
In that picture, like the last picture that I saw, she looks like Elon Musk.
I don't see that at all.
It's right there. The
Although
one with
I
the
think,
blue spot
see,
in
I
the
think this is rigged because the guy who played the lawyer did such a good job
In
Richard Jewell.
In what?
He did awesome. Like I loved
Really?
the lawyer. He did a great job.
What category would he be on if you were in one of these?
Supporting actor.
Okay.
Uh,
But I think Kathy Bates is also kind of an Academy favorite. I think they really love her.
yeah, am I picking one on this one?
Mm-hmm.
I have to go with Kathy Bates, even though a lot of people in the Academy are probably
Not gonna like it because it's really just controversial.
yeah, and it's it has a lot of scrutiny on the FBI in that movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I don't know if they'll like it, but I think she did good enough that I'm gonna pick it.
So Laura Dern, I love her because she was in The Truman Show. That's the only reason I have. Never seen her in anything else, but The Truman Show is the greatest movie. I think I'm gonna go with Kathy Bates because she's been doing movies for a while and they like actors who have been doing good stuff for a long time. All right.
I have not seen any of these movies.
I've
so
seen.
Best animated film. We got the new How to Train Your Dragon. We've got I Lost My Body. Don't know what that is. Klaus, Missing Link, Toy Story 4.
I automatically put How to Train Your Dragon
Yeah,
because it was my
me too.
childhood.
Yeah, me too.
A lot of memes about that one too.
I
Is there?
don't care. I mean,
You know, like the meme with like where
Yeah,
like
I know.
where
It's
he's
just
like going
childhood,
like
though.
this.
but like childhood though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a
But
big
the
part of my
childhood,
childhood too. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what I Lost My Body is, so I'm skipping over it entirely. Klaus was supposed to be kind of a weird movie, and they kind of like those sometimes. Missing Link is stop motion. They like stop motion. Pretty sure
I
they
think
get.
Class was a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it's like a Santa origin movie that's actually supposed to be really good. Now, I'm super surprised that Frozen 2 didn't even make it into the nominations, because that was really well liked and well received. So I'm just a little surprised about that one. Not necessarily sad because I didn't even see it, but I'm just a little surprised.
I didn't see it either, and I'm not qualified to say this, but I think it was kind of an unnecessary sequel.
I
Unless
felt
it was-
like the first
unless
one
it was
wrapped
good.
itself up.
Yeah, me too.
I thought it did
That's
too.
what I thought.
Yeah, but you know, Disney likes money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney is money.
Disney
Disney
is
is pure cash.
okay. I'm going Klaus.
I know the Lion King.
Really?
We're not.
All right, this next one is
It's tough.
this next
Best
one's
visual effects.
Actually,
I
no.
feel
I know
like
I'm
they're
putting-
gonna choose the Lion King just because it was noted for its visual
I-
effects. Although I don't think like anyone liked it, but I know that
I
Hollywood liked
hated the visual effects in the Lion King movie.
I personally saw the ads for it, and I know my parents saw it, and I know they hated the visual effects, but I know it's Hollywood, so I feel like they're gonna choose.
It
that.
was so creepy.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of all the remakes
Me
and the
too.
sequels. So Lion King, Rise of Skywalker. Sorry, you're out for me.
Here's look. I've seen Endgame and I've seen Rise of Skywalker, and I'm gonna see 1917 soon.
1917 is supposed to be.
I've heard it's fabulous,
Yeah,
and it's a toss-up for me between Endgame and 1917.
that's what I was gonna say too. Now I don't even know why The Irishman is in here because Scorsese's movies are not special effects heavy. Like they're
Yeah.
just people talking in a room sort of movies. I don't know why that got there.
Yeah,
I haven't
but
seen
for
it,
visual effects, like 1917 is supposed to be kind of like raw. It's supposed
It's
to
like
be
filmed in one shot,
yeah,
or
it's
it's
a one
filmed
shot
to look
thing.
like it's in one shot, and so there's a lot of. I think I didn't put cinematography on here because we could only do a couple of the categories and the time limit, but I think 1917 hands down wins the cinematography Oscar.
Which is why I'm gonna put Endgame.
Yeah, I think if they give cinematography to 1917, then they'll probably give visual effects to Endgame. I think Infinity War won Best Special Effects last year.
It might have. I don't remember.
Hold on. Let me Google Best Visual Effects 2019, technically. I hate the way they do the years.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was First Man.
First Man.
Oh.
But Infinity War was nominated. And Black Panther was as well.
Right.
Okay.
The next one, I know my top 3. I just don't know what order to put them in.
Best Director, rank your top 3. Okay, so you got a bunch of big, huge directors in here. The big 2 being Quentin Tarantino and Martin Scorsese. They're classics. Now, also, this Bong Joon-ho guy who made Parasite, there's a lot of buzz about that Parasite movie. It's like one of the first movies I've ever seen where the critics and audience they both give it like above 95 on Rotten Tomatoes.
I feel like I've heard about it before. What's the movie about?
I don't really know. I need to see
either.
it. And it's like, yeah, sure. And it's in a different language. It's like, it's in Korean. And so, and it's that well received. Foreign films don't do that. I don't understand. It's like...
Is there an English version?
there must be. I don't know. Maybe there's like a dub that's somehow really good. Dubs of movies are like famously horrible, but I don't know.
All right.
I noticed from
Look.
Bong Joon-ho, the name there, I thought it was Korean.
Yeah.
I was like, is
Yeah.
it different?
All right. So you're
I
convincing
feel
me.
like I know what it's based on, though.
You're convincing me to stray from what I was gonna do.
What were you gonna do?
I didn't know how I was gonna order them, but I was gonna do Todd Phillips, Sam Mendes, and Quentin Tarantino.
I don't think Sam Mendes has much of a shot, if I'm being
Really?
honest. I don't know, because he's just kind of... Well, let me Google him. Sam Mendes. I don't know if he's done anything before.
If he hasn't, I'll change. Is he new?
I'm not finding much here. So,
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna trust you,
okay.
and I'm not gonna put Joker as number 1 because I think Joaquin gets more credit than the director.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, Joaquin needs to win Best Actor. If Joker doesn't win any more awards, that's okay. As long as Joaquin
wins
gets Best
Actor.
Actor. But if Joaquin doesn't get Best Actor, then Joker better win a crap ton of other awards to compensate.
Here's
So
what I'm gonna do.
okay.
I'm gonna put.
Now, can I throw something out there just to
Go for
make
it.
sure you know this? For Best Director, the thing that really distinguishes it from Best Picture is like previous work. So Sam Mendes has
Then Quentin Tarantino wins.
Yeah, so Tarantino's like big deal, but also Scorsese. Scorsese's also very well known.
All right. Time out.
Todd Phillips directed The Hangover, so I don't think they're going to give him a ton of love for Joker.
According to Wikipedia, at the 92nd Academy Awards, Parasite won like 6 nominations.
Yeah, it's got like 6 nominations. Joker has 11, but Parasite's supposed to be insanely good. I'm going to watch it soon.
I am going to do this. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 1.
Okay.
Joker 2, Irishman 3.
Okay, I like that. Let's see.
But that one's really tough.
The Best Director is rough. Now, sometimes they'll give it to a newcomer, but most of the time it's based off of previous work. So
I think you make a good point. I think 1917 wins Best Cinematography.
Okay, so I'm giving my number 1 to Tarantino. I'm going to go out on a limb and give my number 2 to Parasite because I think they might take a risk and give it to the new guy. I think there's a chance of it, but just to keep it safe, I'm going to put Scorsese in 3. So I've got 2 known directors and 1 new guy. So I'm mixing it up a little bit in that one.
All right.
What did you put for Best Director, Ty?
Best Director, Scorsese.
Scorsese.
Okay.
And what are your other 2?
Oh, I have Parasite for 2 and then Tarantino for 3.
Yeah, so you got mine, but your 1 and 3 are mixed up. All right, Best Picture, rank your top 3. Bunch of them in here.
My goodness.
Ford v. Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Once again, Parasite, insane amount of buzz around that movie. I want to throw that out there. Joker, controversial, but it's the most talked about movie this year. Beats out
Joker
Parasite.
Will not win this because
the media hates it.
Yeah.
Look,
It's hated since it came out.
I don't think they're willing to give Best Picture to Joker.
Here's the thing. I didn't think they would really nominate Joker. But the fact that they've given it so many nominations, it's the most nominated film. See, it was going to either be like, Academy hates it, they're not going to nominate it or let it win, or they're going to nominate it for everything and then let it win a bunch. So now that we've seen that it's nominated so much, I think its chances of actually winning goes up, like, exponentially.
I counter that with, I bet they nominated it a bunch and then they're not going to let it win anything.
They don't want it to win, but they have to nominate it in order to satisfy all the fans.
Because if they don't, then they're completely revealing that they're biased.
Hold on, let me overthink this.
No, I
both doing.
don't think Joker wins this. I might put it at 3.
Okay.
I think Little Women is up there.
Possibly.
I think it's got a lot of those, Academy points.
Well, you said Parasite's really, really talked about, but I don't think Hollywood is going to let it win.
Really?
I think Parasite's got a chance.
I think it's like a really weird sort of like artsy sort of film, which it makes it like the perfect Oscars contender. They like weird foreign artsy stuff. Like last year they nominated this movie called Roma, and then Green Book won over Roma. Green Book was okay, but Roma was one of the best. I've only seen like a couple movies that weren't in English, and it's kind of hard to enjoy one when you can't really understand it that well. But with Roma, I could turn on subtitles, watch it, and I was super interested in it. And it was in black and white, and there were all these long shots. It sounds like the most boring thing in the world, but the way it pulls you in is so great. But anyway, so they like that kind of movie, and I think Parasite is kind of like that. I think it's a weird artsy sort of film. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm going to take a shot in the dark.
Okay.
I'm going to go Joker 3.
Okay.
Parasite 2.
Okay.
And 1917 1.
Ooh, for Best Picture. Okay.
I put Little Women for 1, just because I think that's what's going to happen.
I don't think we're giving 1917 enough credit.
Okay. Ford v. Ferrari. Not happening.
1917.
I don't think Ford v. Ferrari is happening.
I don't
think
either.
that they're going to give it to that. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, bringing in those sweet, sweet Tarantino points. They love Tarantino.
They love Tarantino.
There's a good chance for that, but I think they're probably going to give him Best Director. So I don't think they're going to give him Best Director and Best Picture. Because the more appropriate award there is Best Director. Because he's a good director, but it's not his best movie, from what I've heard.
Okay.
So, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is kind of out for me. Marriage Story is supposed to be incredible. Haven't seen it. Jojo Rabbit's the weird one with Hitler, right? It's supposed to. I have no idea what that movie's about, but it looks insane.
I've heard nothing about it.
I've heard nothing, therefore I have no opinion.
This is the only nomination that I've seen it in. So.
Okay, so let's see. I say that they probably won't give it to Joker, but I'm gonna put it in my top 3 anyway.
I'm putting it as 3.
That's what I did.
I put 1970 as 2 and Little Women as 1.
I think Little Women, I think they're slightly biased against things that are based off of other things. Sometimes.
Well, I think that they're also slightly biased against things that don't empower women.
Yeah, they're gonna Little Women's gonna get some woke points.
It'll get woke
I think
points.
that'll happen, but I don't think it'll win.
I don't think it's good enough to get enough woke points.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I don't get me wrong. I think it's good.
I bet it's a good movie. Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I think it's a good movie.
I'll probably go see it. Like my mom and sister want to see it, and I'll probably see it. Like I haven't read the book.
I know. Read the book and she was doing reports on it in class.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, so
while I was doing The Witcher, on my reports.
All right.
Before I realized what exactly it was, and it's still a really good book. The Witcher's a really good book, and the Netflix series is actually super good.
Ah, The Irishman though. Okay, Jojo Rabbit's out.
I don't think Irishman wins.
The Irish. Oh man, it's come down to Irishman, Joker, Marriage Story, 1917, and Parasite. So I've got 5.
You've eliminated... Yeah, okay. So we eliminated Little Women. Okay.
You could put it in your top 5.
Just make a decision, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're gonna beat us anyway. It's
okay. Number 1, Parasite.
No.
Number 2, Joker. Number 3, The Irishman.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. Weird
I like
picks
it.
for me.
I like it.
Okay.
I disagree with it, but I like it.
Okay, I'm gonna take. I'll take your sheets, I guess. And Ty, you think
rub
it's...
it in our face over text.
Hey, Ty, do you have your mouse or no?
I do actually.
Mine's way upstairs.
Before we move on to the next segment, I want to say this. Ty, do you think it's possible you come on the podcast again sometime in March or early April to discuss how this went?
Yeah.
All right. Sure. Get them back on the podcast right after the Oscars, I guess. Okay, so guys, what we're doing right now is I'm just going to kind of switch over into interviewer mode, and these guys are going to be my interviewees, and we're going to...
Is that the term? Interviewees?
Probably.
I think so.
There's an E for every I'm pretty sure. So,
okay.
So I'm going to interview you guys a little bit about your Minecraft world, which was your tech fair project, which tragically did not win.
I'm still a little mad about it.
We won't get into it because we have a friend who listens to the podcast who beat you guys. We think your project was good too. They're just a little sad about their Minecraft world, which is understandable.
And what makes it even more infuriating is that we got second.
We got second.
Yeah, I'd rather get just not even place than get second. Second's an infuriating place to be.
So for you listeners out there, if you want to see the Minecraft world, we'll actually put snapshots in the video on YouTube.
We're gonna show some screenshots in the YouTube video. Anyway, Gary and Ty made this incredibly functional Minecraft world, which we talked about earlier slightly. 150 hours total.
Each.
So
each.
Well, yeah, each. The story behind this was actually we decided that we would do our tech fair project on Minecraft, but it was originally on mobile. So we had this world that we called Wiggle Boy.
This still gives me pain.
The world was called what?
Wiggle Boy.
Okay.
They were like space.
And in our description, we have of the realm, we have Rip Wiggle Boy.
Rest in peace, Wiggle Boy.
Rest in peace.
So originally,
it was a good world.
the world was on mobile, of course, and it was massive. It was not as massive as the world we have on our laptops now, but it was massive, and it wasn't as organized as what we have now.
It wasn't as organized.
Nowhere near as organized, but it was still a very, very good functional world. We didn't actually have the government stuff that we have now. But
when you started out, was the government thing intended? Was it? Or
I think
was it just like
it was planned for the future.
It was planned for the future. We had done 2 states, but we hadn't gotten to buildings. We were about to start that, and that's when it died.
I mean, before the 2 states, when you first started playing Minecraft together, were you just playing a survival world?
The motivation was from our science project where we had to make a biome.
Yeah, it was okay. So this is some.
And they were like, "Dude, let's play Minecraft." And we're like, "Yeah, let's do that." So we were like, "Dude, let's put this in as our tech fair project." And then what happened was my phone stopped responding, and he couldn't join the world without me on the world, of course, because I was the overlord of the world, and it just didn't work, and my phone couldn't handle it. I couldn't even get on Minecraft. So I had to end up painstakingly trying to delete the world, and that happened. So what we did was we decided to, we put it on our computer world,
and we didn't put it onto the computer world. We had to restart completely.
We did. We had to restart completely.
We had, I believe it was 120 hours on the first one.
I think so.
Before it crashed, and it was about half the size as this.
Okay.
And this was a lot more organized as well. We actually had a plan.
Tell me and everyone watching how it functions, basically.
So virtually what we started here, we have a Camp David more like. But what happened was... Is that right, Camp David? I want to say
that's the one
that's
where
what he told me.
That's the one where the presidents stay, right?
Yeah, we're kind of presidents. We have
the gods of the world.
We have a dual prime minister system.
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of. But what happened is we made this parliament building. We're like, dude, we should have a government. We're like, yeah. So what we did was we wrote a 16-page law book in Minecraft. It's on my thing here. We could show snapshots of it, right?
Yeah, we can
I
show
got
snapshots of the law.
That's what I'm working on.
So we had the contents. We had the first section was citizen rights, and basically what it gave all the rights to the citizens.
What kind of rights do you have in there?
Well, all citizens reserve the right to suggest laws and law revisions to officials.
Doesn't mean they'll happen.
You
means you can suggest them.
Yeah. You have to contact an official in order to buy a plot of land, which we intend to revise soon, I think.
Yeah, because we gotta do more landscaping if we're ever gonna actually make that happen.
And then we had to create restrictions for mining, of course, because our currency is actually in redstone, iron, and gold and stuff.
Because we didn't want to have to work to create a whole different type of
Yeah.
It was a simple way of doing it, and we took the opportunity.
And it worked.
It works.
Until people got bored because we had already done everything.
This is complex stuff. Over what time period are those 150 hours or so each?
I think from summer to around.
So okay, let's think. We started the original Wiggle Boy in June. It crashed in mid-August. So
it was
from
around mid-August.
It was around mid-August to December. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So when do you play this? Is this like after school?
Just after school. We'll get all our homework done. We would get all our homework done, and put each other on the phone and say, "Is your soul here?" And we're like, "Yeah."
We have
slang for this world.
We have.
I've seen like screenshots of the chat where you guys like are typing in stuff, and it's so funny.
The chat is a bit ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
And this is like if you don't mind me saying, it's the nerdiest thing in the world. What you're doing right here,
oh, it
in
absolutely,
like the greatest way.
It is.
So, like,
yeah. So what happened with the state So what happened was we started in what we called Capital. We'll show screenshots in YouTube.
Okay.
We started in the Capital. We had a settlement.
Okay.
We made it out of dark oak wood because
that's what
best
was there.
wood.
It is the best wood.
I actually I think I switched to creative for like 5 minutes in order to find dark oak wood, and then I set the world spawn there.
Yeah.
And then I set it back to survival.
Is someone's Minecraft volume on?
His fan's on.
It's my fan.
It's your fan?
His
oh my
fan goes
god.
ballistic when he's on Minecraft.
Dude,
your computer's freaking out right now.
Dude, last night I was actually
You
working
said
on my...
dude so many times.
I know.
in the last
Dude.
minute.
All right,
So
look.
I'm really sorry, but I was looking at my SETI at home. I started SETI at home, and I apparently left it running, and my computer didn't want to shut it off, so I woke up, and my fan was like...
Yeah, the fans can get ridiculous on this thing. I believe this thing is like about like half a gigabyte worth of a world, which is like
pretty terrifying. And of course we're letting Minecraft take care of these. The Mojang take care of the server for us.
Yeah, it's not a server, it's a realm.
It is a realm.
So we pay like a monthly fee for it, and unfortunately we can't mod it. We're talking about starting a server where we can mod it, and we're gonna do like an energy-based one. Like we're gonna download like the nuclear mod, so we can build like
that's interesting.
reactors
I like the
and stuff.
idea of that. Mm-hmm. I assume most of my audience are younger. I believe they are. But what for those out there who are uncultured and haven't played Minecraft, how would you describe what I'm looking at right now to them? Just the world in general.
Well, it's not exactly Minecraft, because in Minecraft you can what you do is you dig a hole in a hill and you live there.
All these pictures in creative. Oh, I'm so stupid.
What are you doing?
Mode.
Yeah, I gotta retake all the pictures in spectator mode because I'm an idiot. Sorry. Continue.
Okay.
Continue.
You were talking.
Well,
Minecraft
you were
is
talking.
you dig
Minecraft
a hole.
is.
Basically.
Yep. Let me stammer. let me stammer for about 3 hours, then I'll be ready to say.
Why do we have a dog on top of our Parliament building?
That's Harley's dog.
There's a dog on top of the Parliament building.
Yeah, Harley apparently put his dog on our.
These are sentences you only hear on the Sam and Gary podcast. Why is there a dog on top of our Parliament building?
So, what was I saying? In Minecraft, what most people will do is that they dig a hole in the side of a hill, and they live there for the rest of their Minecraft lives. Mm-hmm. Their pathetic Minecraft lives.
Noobs.
And what we do is we take the power of our monkey brains, and we actually build in survival. So that's what we started to do. We started building. And then we're like, so let's make it a tech fair project, and we started building the rest in creative.
I think it was me who first suggested we should do it as a tech fair thing, right?
I think so, yeah.
It was gonna be tech fair on our original Wiggle Boy world too, and when it crashed, I believe. What was it that I said? I said something that I said something out of infuriation. It was like an amalgamation of words. I don't remember what it was. It was something along the lines of, why hath the universe decided to strike me down and decide to torture me? I've spent over 80 hours on this thing, and now I gotta restart and pay $30 to get it on my laptop?
Dude, your Minecraft world goes away and Gary turns into a Shakespearean tragedy hero.
He wasn't already.
The Tempest starring Gary.
Another quote I think from our back in our Minecraft days was, "Gary, close the door."
Oh, okay. This is a serious thing.
What he does is he walks into a Minecraft house and he doesn't close the door. He just leaves it open. He just leaves it open, and then you'll like walk up to the house and it's wide open. You're like, dude,
serious
why?
first world problems going on here.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, he's very. He believes that I must close the door.
How many provinces are there?
Provinces, there are four.
But the fourth one's still in progress. We didn't.
Okay.
Are you Planter?
No, Goldcrest.
How long does
I
the
think
province...
I think I actually wanted to give Goldcrest to you, Sam, if you ever got Minecraft.
Oh.
And technically, Plantera is still a work in progress.
Technically, yeah. I think Wolfpine's...
Plantera.
Nobody knows what we're talking about.
How do you come
at
up with the names?
FantasyNameGenerator.com. Well, actually...
Because the names are what makes this sound the most ridiculous.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
Of course, we went to the name generator to get the name Capital. Just kidding, no.
Yeah, no.
So,
we're not bad on creative.
We can tell you the story behind this. We started in the Capitol, this little dark, if you're looking at it on YouTube, with the screenshots, we have this little dark oak neighborhood that we made. It's Camp David.
Sorry to interrupt
you.
Go
ahead.
I still insist that we build those roads out, because it looks so good.
It does, but the outer Capitol needs roads, but because of the...
Sorry.
No, it's fine. But because of the hills and all the landscaping that we would have to do, I don't want to build the roads in the Capitol.
I'll do it.
I mean, you can go ahead. I mean, I would be proud of you if you did.
I'll do it.
So we started here. We had like a mining base and everything, and then we started on the outer Capitol, where we have the Parliament building, where we make all our decisions. We have the National Archives, which we'll explain later. We have our railroad station.
Hold up, what are the National Archives?
Oh God, do we have to explain that now?
Okay.
The National it's this tiny little building that has a very, very small spiral staircase that kind of goes into a labyrinth down there. That we're like, dude,
sick.
let's make a National Archive. Didn't we plan that in the original Wiggle Boy?
We had one, but it was so much smaller than this.
Yeah, did we?
Yeah,
I can't remember that. Was it like a smaller area? But the National Archives is where we keep all our documents, and we have like a brewery, and we sell...
There's a brewery?
There's a brewery.
There's a brewery.
Where we make magical potions and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Of course, there's this area where you can...
Yeah. Oh, no, not that kind of brewery. I just got the joke, yeah.
I did too. Oh, I feel bad now. But yeah, we have a brewery, and we have documents that... What I did was I actually got a Minecraft book, and I went online, and I found all of the recipes to all of the potions, and I found all the potions that we would need, and I put all the recipes in this Minecraft book so you don't have to Google it. And then we have like a brewery list, which is just all the stuff that you can use for brewing. Of course, down here in the National Archives, we also have an area where you can buy strip mines for a ridiculous amount of money.
Nice.
Because strip mines is where you get your money, so of course you have to pay a lot to get one. I think the ones down at Y12 where you find diamonds
they're 200.
They're 200 stacks. No
Which
one
is
knows what we're talking about again.
Yeah, okay, let's explain the currency. That's a...
Okay.
Let me go to the bank so I can just read.
We may have to
key.
cut an entire segment.
We might have to.
I have no idea how much time... This doesn't have to come out to an hour. I have no idea how much time left we have in the segment. Let's try to kind of wrap it up-ish, explain the currency, and then kind of...
Okay,
cool.
So redstone is like coins in the U.S. currency. Like you have like your pennies, nickels, dimes. Like redstone is like the universal of that, and 64... is a stack.
It's pretty much equal to a U.S. dollar. So
yeah, it equates to a U.S. dollar, and
equates.
Equates.
I think equates a word.
It's equates.
I think
that's
so.
a word.
Okay. Yeah, it equates to
I would say equals.
And then one iron is like a $1 bill. Gold is
like a $5 bill.
Gold is a $5.
Five stacks. Of course, the currency is in stacks, so you can't say dollar bill or we'll murder you.
What was I gonna say? A diamond is 10 stacks and an emerald is 20 stacks.
And another star is like 50 stacks.
So
nether stars are not worth it.
No, they're not. They're too hard to get and they're not worth enough money. But we don't talk about those things.
I think I have 3.
I have 3. I know I have 3.
I have 3, yeah. Or 4. I think.
All right. What do you use the money for?
Well, you can
jeez.
buy... Here we go. So we actually started these little markets here, and then we're like, dude, let's make a currency system. So you can buy from me, who I'm obviously the best.
Do you have to pay for your food and such?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can of course,
Makes sense.
painstakingly make your own farm, or you can buy food from us.
Or you can buy a farm.
Or you can buy a farm, yeah.
And
of course,
then
yeah.
have to harvest the farm and make regular trips to the capital. We would need an entire podcast to explain the whole thing. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, I think we would.
So we have 4 different states. 2 are works in progress. 1 is almost finished. The first is Antiburn, which is a small industrial factory state that I built pretty much on my own. I had a little assist from Ty on my governor's mansion.
And it looks magnificent.
It's a very nice governor's mansion.
Very
Although
you also used my design for the beacon too.
Okay, that's
the
fair.
teleportation system. You want to explain that? It'll take 2 seconds, man.
We don't need to.
Yeah,
we
made that very recently.
Explain the teleportation system, just a general overview of what it does in like 2 sentences.
Well, it uses command blocks so you can get between the states and the capitals
quickly.
easier.
Okay.
And there's one other way to get around other than walking. We have a railway system where all the states and capitals are interconnected with railways.
Yeah.
And you can drive there. But the teleportation's a little faster.
The teleportation is much faster.
Yeah, much faster.
If you wanted to get to Wolf Pine via railroad, then you'd have to go to the station, then you have to get off and go through a boat, and then go through the waterway, and then walk up and go to Wolf Pine.
This is so.
And then if you wanted to, I don't think you can't get to Goldcrest via railway.
Not yet.
You have to go through Wolf Pine because there's a bridge from Wolf Pine to Goldcrest.
And then the second state was Wolf Pine, which was built by Ty, and it's much more spread out, and it's
very hectic. It's more I think it's more artistically
it's a mining state.
It's
meant for mining. He has mines, and he hires people to work in his mines. And then so he decided to top my my governor's mansion.
A 10-up. And I was like, dude, I need a 1-up your mansion. I was like, no, dude, I need a 10-up your mansion.
It was like 5-up. It was not 10-up.
It was a 7-up. I think it was
it's a 7-up.
It's a 7-up.
So then I decided to attempt to 1-up that, but apparently my friends think mine is worse.
Well, it does. I think that the 3 buildings are more spread out. I think you could have made them.
I don't remember this, but I don't remember who I chose.
We had a poll.
You picked Ty.
Yeah.
Okay. I do remember we had a pretty easy choice. So
yeah.
What happened?
My picture was terrible though.
Yeah.
Okay. The picture I took was pretty bad.
I think. Okay. So originally I had this house that was okay. It was kind of disproportionate. So
it wasn't good.
And then Gary built his, and I helped him build his. I was like, I can't make yours look bad, but I can't make it look good. So I helped him make his, and I was like, oh man, it's so much better than mine. So I went and made my actual governor's mansion, and I set the one that I had previously lived in for sale. Or actually not for sale, I was going to point it to the lieutenant governor.
Jeez, when did you put like 30 freaking banners on this thing?
I think I did that in like 10 minutes. I had to painstakingly go under the
There's
part,
10 banners on the front of the building, dude. That's too many.
I have pride in my state here.
You guys argue like it. Your Minecraft arguments sound like an old married couple. Is what it sounds like. There's 10 banners on the mansion.
No,
Jeremy. The kids are in the lawn again.
Michael.
Oh, and I do have a lawn. I actually made my lawn pretty recently. I have like this little air. Have you seen my trees?
That's a little bit of a specific. We're on a time. We're on a time crunch.
Yeah, we're on. Okay.
All right.
So
last thing I need to ask. You have citizens. Who are the citizens as of now?
They don't really get on anymore. I think we're gonna restart, and I switched to the world, which we had to.
Well, the thing is, you have to pay $30 to do it, and I want to, but I just don't know if I want to pay $30 for Minecraft
It's
to be
definitely
a citizen.
worth it if you go into this new world that I had magnificent plans for.
Yeah, we're starting a new world. We're gonna start.
And what I was thinking
probably just gonna be between us two to spill out our architecture.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So what I was thinking for the next world is actually I was gonna.
Let's talk about this. You guys can talk about this one.
Okay, we can do that later. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so sorry. This is just our pride and joy.
Really sorry.
Look, it's hard to explain this in 15 minutes when you put 300 hours of work into it.
Right. Okay. All right. This has been a small snapshot, inadequate overview of Gary and Ty's insanely complex Minecraft world. We got 20 minutes of talking about something serious. I don't even know if we can talk for something serious about that long.
Neither.
We'll
All
give it
right.
a shot.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot. And this is a serious topic that we can actually like joke about.
Yeah.
The last one was kind of serious.
Like really serious.
It was too serious to joke about a little bit, but this one we can have some fun with. We got fidget spinners. Gary's brother so kindly offered us some
I think mine's on the floor.
Oh no. I dropped mine like through the crack of the chair.
Well, it's gone forever now. Okay.
I'll find that later.
All right. So our topic today is the future of VR.
Virtual reality.
This is interesting.
Okay, Ty, that is the loudest fidget spinner in the world.
His is louder.
Mine is louder. Look, mine's louder. I'll stop.
Yeah, let's
All
not
right.
do that near the microphones.
Okay. So, this is interesting. Sam owns an Oculus Quest. Ty owns an Oculus Go. I'm about to get myself an Oculus Quest.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. I've done a good bit of research on VR.
I'm interested by it.
I heard a TED talk about a guy that actually spent a week in VR.
I saw the
doing
video.
nothing.
Popped
Dude,
up in
spent
my
a week.
recommended. Didn't
Yeah, I
watch
watched
it.
I watched it. I watched the
good
video.
stuff.
No, I remember, Sam. You saved it to
he
your
didn't
watch
really
later,
have-
which is your pile of videos you meant to watch but never watch.
Oh,
He didn't
I'll never
really
watch my
he didn't really have a conclusion. He just sort of went over what he did. He didn't have a point.
Yeah, I am. Here's my opinion.
okay.
Go for it.
We need to be very careful
Yeah.
what we
Okay,
do
I'm
with
with you
this.
there.
Because here's the thing. I've played Beat Saber.
Beat Saber's.
Beat Saber's
Yeah, Beat Saber's
amazing.
fun.
Like stuff like that, it's great. Like
so
and like
immersive.
having a Netflix
I got
theater.
Pistol Whip.
You got Pistol Whip?
It's crazy fun.
Yeah,
it's like
I-
Beat Saber and Super Hot combined, but I don't think it's as good as either of them. But it makes my top 3.
Okay. Anyway, so
Super Hot's also really good. It's a really good game.
for the game aspect, I think it's really good. I like it. I like the idea. I'm about to spend a lot of money on one, okay? I think it's great. Here's where I run into some concerns.
Okay.
I am very concerned with things like VR chat.
VR chat is creepy.
VR chat scares me.
I think the only reason it scares me is because the avatar just looks uncanny and they haven't yet to fix it.
I played VR chat with my friend Michael, and we get in there, and there's just like it's like Xbox Live, you know. There's kids, you know, and they're just talking, and so you mute them, you mute yourself, you're fine, really. And I was talking to Michael over the phone while we walked around. The VR chat, there's not a lot to do in there. It could be greatly improved if there were like a lot of mini games in it. That would make it a pretty good game.
I don't like it in general.
What's the problem with it, you see?
I don't like the public. Like if you can can you do a private room?
I don't like the public.
You can do a private room.
Okay,
I
that's
just
better. That's
don't
better.
like people.
That's
I don't
better.
Like the public.
That's better. Like
The private room, there's nothing to do in the private room. If you want to go like change avatars and stuff, there's occasionally another person walking around, but it's a fairly vacant room usually, and
I try to connect.
and
to it,
it's I see it as being like exactly like Xbox Live. Honestly, it's just like as long as you silence the other people, they're there, but they're not really much of a nuisance. So it just feels wrong though. I kind of get
no, because the thing is now with the VR chat. It's I don't like it, but it's kind of okay. I just feel like we need to be careful because I feel like VR is the next perfect way for your data to be stolen.
I get that.
I think it's the next perfect way for your like private information to be stolen. I mean, honestly, the government probably has everything already. Honestly, it probably doesn't matter, and we should probably just enjoy it for the fun of it. But I still find myself cautious.
I compare it mostly. It's most comparable to me to like Xbox. It's very similar to Xbox, except it's on your face. You know, it's like that's the
I
main...
haven't actually tried. I tried to connect to it with my Oculus Go, which is pretty much
to Xbox.
No, to
To VR chat.
Oh, to VR chat. Oh,
the Oculus
like,
Go is the Oculus Go is like the Oculus Quest, but a demo version, so you can see everything, but you can't really use it.
Oh, that's right.
So
it kinda
I couldn't
sucks.
connect to it. I have yet to try it, but
Sorry,
I
this is
feel like
bothering me. Let me fix that.
oh sorry, I feel like the reason you guys don't really like it, or mostly you, or maybe
I like
you,
it. I think it's fun.
It's because it's uncanny. I think it sort of dips into the uncanny valley, but with the graphics and details, it just doesn't look right. Doesn't feel right.
I kind of get how it can be uncanny sometimes.
Yeah.
The best games aren't the ones that are trying to act super realistic. Because
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Super Hot, it's like it takes place in like a universe that's like it takes place in a simulation actually. So like it feels like you're somewhere completely different.
Yeah,
I think
like
I don't.
the visuals in Beat Saber they're actually
really cool.
really cool. It's like you're in this big machine or something, and you.
Yeah, and I don't think I think it'll get there, but I don't think it's far enough yet where you could create something like really realistic in there that would be cool.
No, but definitely in like 20 years.
I think the biggest problem with VR chat is like kids and stuff. I think you need to be careful with like kids being in there because a lot of the people playing this are kids, and then just like the public stuff. But then again, that's not a new problem. That's not entirely unique to VR. That's in Xbox. That's in any other like open gaming sort of platform.
Yeah, which for the record, I've been opposed to for a while.
I hate it. I don't like Xbox Live. Well, I like Xbox Live. I like going out and playing with other people, but I just don't like talking to them. I silence them every time.
Maybe they could do something like creating different servers, and maybe people could create their own servers, where in which case they could create rules and guidelines in order to keep people
like your Minecraft world, but in VR.
Yeah,
no, and it needs
like just lobbies, like just like sort of.
It needs like age restrictions at least. Like you don't want a bunch of like 20-year-olds in there with a bunch of 10-year-olds.
The age restriction is 13 on VR chat.
13.
Minecraft virtual reality.
Oh yeah, that's a thing.
Is it already a thing?
Oh yeah, it's a thing.
That's a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing.
Can you like get it on?
Yeah, you can get it.
I've never tried that.
Minecraft.
That sounds awesome.
Oculus Quest. Is that possible?
Sam's downloading himself a new game.
I'm going to get Minecraft.
Probably buying it for $40.
Yeah, is it like how expensive is it?
I have no idea. I clicked away already, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Whatever.
So let's go to the articles. This is the first one I have here. This is a short one. I won't talk about this for long. But Half-Life is a video game series. I think it existed on Xbox and stuff.
Yeah.
The video games, it was a franchise that it died after the second game. And
yeah,
like
the second one was supposed to be like a big disappointment.
Yeah, there was like a cliffhanger or something at the second. And everyone, it's been like a meme even, that people are waiting on the third game. And finally, VR has given birth to the third Half-Life game.
Ah, jeez.
So
what is Half-Life?
I don't know. It's something post-apocalyptic as far as I understand it.
Well, it sounds really. If it's like that, it's probably really immersive too.
Oh yeah, it looks cool. Let's see. Let's watch this video on it a little bit, or just click through it. I don't want to get copyright striked. I don't know if this is copyrighted. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
That looks cool.
That looks
yeah, no,
really
I've heard
cool.
about this. My bad. Oh yeah, they're doing it on Valve, which means like we wouldn't be able to play it on our Oculuses, Sam.
Oh really?
Yeah, I believe Valve has the rights to it.
It's actually pretty neat.
I wonder if there'll be like cross-platform games where like Valve and Oculus can play it.
Yeah, but
games...
it'll probably take like a year.
Yeah.
Because Oculus will have to purchase it.
You know what I'm sad about? Apparently Fruit Ninja VR was a little bit of a disappointment. I haven't played it, but apparently it's not that good, which is very sad because I love Fruit Ninja with all my heart.
Sucks.
It's part of my childhood.
It is part of my childhood too.
Next article. This is about a virtual reality gym. I didn't read much into this, so let me look at this.
I hate that idea.
I know, it's weird. For those who...
unless it's like exclusive to you, like unless it's private. Again, again, it goes back to my fear of people.
I don't like the idea of like putting on a headset that a bunch of people have used in a public place and sweated in. Yeah. It's not just like a game; it's a gym. It's yeah. So for those who don't like working out or think fitness can be a little boring, Black Box VR is going to change the way you look at going to the gym. This new company is moving into the future with the world's first virtual reality gym, making every other gym feel like part of the past. I don't like that. Members put on a custom VR headset and find themselves transported into a virtual reality video game. The team at Black Box VR feels confident that pairing video games and exercising... Okay, so it's just a game. My dad...
Hate that.
I don't like that idea. I wouldn't do it. I don't really view that as being like dangerous, just not as fun.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's like a. So I don't see a ton of problem with VR right now.
I think it might actually because it's VR and it's putting you in a sort of a different. I think maybe the slight changes in like the visuals of the gym might sort of make you feel off balance when you take it off. It can mess up your.
There have been some things about. And nobody really knows what it does to your sight, or just like the way you
not necessarily sight, but more like the way you can
perceive, like depth perception.
Yeah.
Like I've played for like an hour straight, and then I get out and I'm like,
whoa,
no, like stuff feels a little wonky for maybe 5 minutes, and it's not that bad.
But doing that for a very long time can mess you up.
It's like being on a boat, you know.
I think Landon said that he did it for like a couple hours and he came out and he like had to sit down. Like he
I could see that happening.
well.
Yeah, but then again, it's kind of once again back to the Xbox comparison. I wouldn't play Xbox for multiple hours on end.
Well, yeah,
it takes some breaks no matter what you're playing.
Yeah.
So
I feel like, but this is a whole other level though.
Right. It's
like you can look away if you're playing on Xbox.
You guys take breaks? Like I can't even take a break if I was recently binge watching. No. I don't pee that much.
You've got like a bottle while you're playing the game. You just
well, it's more Netflix. I was
Xbox catheter.
Yeah, I was recently binge watching season 2 of Lost in Space because it came out.
Oh yeah, don't say anything. I haven't seen it yet.
I know, but I stammered. I just if I'm watching a Netflix series like something like that, and I'm really into it. I really just don't get up, and I continue to just watch and watch and watch. And next episode, it's like, okay, one more episode. Next episode.
Yeah, I get that. Okay.
I think I binge watched the entire series in one night.
I watched the entire first season of Friends in one day when I was sick one time. Yeah.
All right. I don't know. See, VR is very interesting because the big part about it is it's very unpredictable. Like a year ago, or like 2 years ago, I would have never said that there would be a wireless VR.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And I would have also never said that there would be suits where you can feel what's happening to you in VR.
Mm-hmm. There's like the haptic suits going on?
Suits.
That's crazy. It's Ready Player One stuff. By the way, Ready Player One, have you seen it?
Uh-uh.
You seen it?
I've heard about it. I know what it is.
And yeah, like I know what it is, but I haven't seen it.
I would suggest reading the book. If you had the choice between the book and the movie, I'd read the book. It's pretty good. It makes you think about where VR could go.
Maybe we could use Google mind control chips to just so you could just lay down on the couch and just put your consciousness into a virtual world.
Now, my first encounter with VR was probably in school last year because we did like that human body science thing. It was one of those like Google Cardboard type things where you like put an iPod in it, and which is that's kind of
garbage.
It's kind of garbage VR. It's all right, it's functional. That it's barely. But VR for educational purposes. They've got a whole article here about a new VR headset, not for consumers but for educational stuff. Let's see.
We did that in science last year.
Yeah, I think this might be okay.
I think there's a lot of good educational stuff that could happen with VR. That's interesting. Let's see. Okay, a bunch of technical stuff. It's a little known fact that the company was behind the Oculus Rift. Okay, something about okay. What is it gonna do? I just want to get to this. I want to know what the headset's gonna do. Okay. All right. Nothing. All right. Cool.
I think the best improvement they can make to VR technology is making the VR set smaller, so you don't feel like you have a bag on your face.
Oh yeah. It hurts your face after a long time.
It does hurt.
That's the main reason I have to stop sometimes.
And after all, I mean, according to most sources that I've seen, computing power is increasing exponentially each year. So they may just be goggles.
That's what I was about to say. Like
maybe 10 years.
They could look like swim goggles for all we know. Like they could look like
they could improve a lot. And I did hear in another TED talk that because computing power is increasing exponentially over the years, we might actually have artificial intelligence that can just sort of fit your needs. You can just live in VR.
No, I don't like that.
I don't like that either. But you could do that.
See, that's a step
possibility.
Far. Yeah.
Now, if we can get to the point where we can like conscious transfer in, like when you're on the brink of death.
We have to figure out what consciousness is first.
Yeah, like that's a whole other thing. Like that's probably after we die, unfortunately. Yeah. But I think that's gonna be what humans end up doing on the quest for immortality, because.
Immortality is it's a bad idea.
It's a bad
idea. I kind of don't like it. It sounds not fun.
I think we need to be less focused on extending lifespan and more so on extending health span.
I agree with that. I saw that.
Because like the average lifespan is like 78, but the average health span is like 55.
I saw the TED talk on that as well.
What do you mean by health span?
So health span is like how long you stay healthy.
Because when you're older, you tend to get sick a lot more. So it's like your health span is from like say 5 to 50, and then the rest of your lifespan is from there. Are you
just unhealthy from ages 1 to 4, or
not necessarily? Maybe. I mean, who knows?
Like not fit. Like, not physically deteriorating so fast.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like,
Okay, so
but like how long you stay out of the I can't sit up phase.
right,
And of course,
Like,
I
how long you
think
can
the
avoid
reason that we think that immortality is a bad idea is because we don't know what happens when we die. It's sort of a missing piece in what we call
That's
our
a
lives.
different debate.
Sorry.
What happens after you die?
I'm okay. No matter what happens, I'm okay with it happening eventually.
I'm okay with death. I've come to terms with the fact that I'm going to die.
You're
You're
gonna
gonna
die.
Me, I'm gonna
gonna
die.
die.
My computer.
So are you.
It's
It's
gonna
gonna
die.
die. Maybe
That's a
you
quote.
revived.
That's a quote from the last episode, by
Last
the way.
episode, yeah.
Inside jokes.
I actually watched that and I made a comic strip. That's just those.
Yeah, you made a comic strip out of
And
the last.
nobody
podcast.
reacted to it in the group chat.
Okay, so this farmers are putting virtual reality headsets, specially made on cows.
VR cows. That sounds amazing.
It puts the cows in like an open pasture, and they're more likely to make more milk there, and their anxiety levels go down when this happens.
Can't you do that with drugs?
Excuse me?
They get less anxious because they think they're in just this open, free field,
I
and
get
then
it,
they're
yeah.
likely to make more milk. So the question here is, how humane is this? What's
It's more
'cause-
humane than doing what they've been
Right,
originally doing.
You know, the thing about this is it feels wrong, but like,
I don't think that feels wrong.
Think
I
about
don't think it feels wrong.
well, something about putting a VR headset on a cow and making them think it's somewhere else seems off to me. I don't know about you guys.
I think
it seems
the
not
vision I'm
quite
getting.
right.
I
but
think the vision I'm getting of putting of a cow with a VR headset. I think that's just like cartoonish, hilarious. I think that's awesome.
they try to walk around like their pen and and they're in the pasture and they just can't stop running into a wall. They're like, what the crap's going on? Yeah, so I don't know how they keep them in a certain area if they make them think they're in a giant pasture.
Oh my god, that looks amazing.
Look at that! Look at that! Yeah, that's a cow in a VR headset right there.
That's
Look at that!
that's awesome.
That's crazy.
Except they are actually in a field.
Yeah, well, but they put them in like a
Yes.
more open field. Let me find the picture.
All right.
What if they run into it?
That's what they see. Right there. It's like a super
Oh, so
open,
they-
super
they-
green.
Is it animated or is that an actual picture? It looks animated. Like, is it
Looks
actual
real to
video?
me. I don't know. So that's interesting. VR headsets on cows. That's a weird concept. I kind of like it.
I kind of like it too.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
And here's one more where these two journalists went and tried out a VR fighting game. And this is like but it's like a place you go. It's sort of like a laser tag arena, and you have a similar vest, but it's like haptic, and you can like get hit, and you can like fight your friends in the same room.
And like it can hurt them.
I think I mean I don't think it like hurts as much as like actually punching them, but I think they feel it. I think it's like a little vibration sort of.
Probably, yeah.
Like when you play a gun game, you get like a little buzz, not like recoil that you would get from an actual pistol, but you get a little buzz. So I think it'd be comparable to that. I think it'd just be like a little bit of you'd feel it a little.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, and these two people seem way too close to each other to me. I don't know if that's just me.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
would,
like
I
stepping
would, I
towards
would
each other
drift.
as well.
Yeah, I would drift towards the wall. Yeah, I'd have a problem with that.
Yeah,
But that's kind of cool.
that's interesting. There's a picture of the vests, and they look exactly like a laser tag setup. So if they you know what? If they open up one of these, we should do like a birthday party. And we should go and like fight each other in VR. That's like next level laser tag type stuff.
Although I like the kind of realness of laser tag.
Yeah. Oh, laser tag's super fun.
It's like being in a virtual world, but you're not in a virtual world. It's more experience based.
Yeah, laser
like
tag
with
is like a
the lights
virtual.
and the
laser
smoke.
tag feels virtual
Yeah, it
while
feels
being real.
virtual.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that.
And eventually they'll probably be able to do that with VR. It feels like you're in real life, but it feels virtual.
In Ready Player One, they have this thing called an omnidirectional treadmill, and it's just like it's what it sounds like. It's a treadmill that goes in every direction, and like when you're walking in VR, you can just walk in any direction, and the treadmill like tracks you and keeps up with you. So that's not like something that's possible now, but it's something that happens.
No, that's a real thing. Already.
Is it real?
It's a real thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh snap!
Whoa.
Hold on,
I believe Markiplier tried out one at one point,
did he really?
or maybe it wasn't Markiplier. It was somebody.
Wow, they have them. That's crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, those are a real thing.
Interesting.
I believe they're circular.
I've never
they have
actually
a
Yeah,
heard
they're
of
like a
it.
circular. Yeah.
How do does it just tracks your movement through the VR headset, or does it like have different?
It tracks your legs like like you're running on a treadmill.
I don't know. Yeah, but it's super cool, and then you can just walk wherever in the world, because that's the main thing you want to do in VR.
Yeah.
This is what I like about Beat Saber and like Super Hot. They keep you in one place. When you get into a game where you have a vast world but you can't walk around, it's the most frustrating thing.
Oh, and I really like that when I tried out your Oculus Quest, the border, I was like, whoa, there's a border.
You can see the grid, yeah.
Yeah, the grid. It was really interesting because it's like, whoa, this is the real world, and you actually sort of mapped this on your. That's really cool.
There's a Star Wars game in there where like it won't let you keep playing if you move out of like a certain area, and you have to be in a certain area of the scene for it to work. And the game doesn't work. I think it's a good concept. It just doesn't really work for me because like I'm constantly stepping a little too far, and it's like return to the play area, and it's like why would you show me that this area exists if I can't go there? Yeah. I'm so mad. So that's a big problem that happens with a lot of VR games, I think. All right, anybody got any final thoughts on the future of VR? Because this is interesting.
Yeah. Sorry. All right, final thoughts. Good concept. Let's be very, very careful on how we execute it going forward.
Doesn't Elon have some stuff in the works? I think Elon Musk has some VR stuff.
I don't know. Elon Musk does everything. I'm sure he does.
I know Adam Savage from Mythbusters is doing a lot of VR type stuff.
Yeah, he made like custom like lightsaber hilts on his Oculus Quest.
Did he really?
For Beat Saber.
That's awesome.
I think it could go really, really far as far as being more immersive and more feeling like real life, but in a fantasy world, like a. In my opinion,
it needs to stay as an entertainment thing only. And
yes. I think it could be used as like tools for jobs.
Education, maybe.
Education and jobs.
If it veers from education and entertainment, then I'm not so sure. What do you mean by jobs, though? What do you mean by that?
For example, I know VR. I think VR desktop. I don't know if that's right, but I think it could say office workers. They have a lot of anxiety and depression, like saying fixing mental illnesses.
How so?
I don't know, but I know they've done research in finding a way.
Made the cows less anxious. So
yeah. I know they've been researching ways to sort of fix anxiety and depression with VR experiences. I think.
I'm positive how I feel about that
Because
it's kind of like I don't.
It puts the expectations for the world really high.
I don't like the idea. I feel like too many people now are like taking like anxiety and depression like medication. I don't like the idea of that because it like alters your mental state. Yeah. So I don't know how much VR would be like altering your mental state to actually, and if it's producing like genuine.
Final thoughts.
I would think I would need to see VR in action in like a clinical thing. I would need to see how that works. To make up an opinion on that, I would need to like just do a lot more research to form an opinion on that one. But I think for now, I'm much more comfortable with VR sticking to education and entertainment.
I'm not really qualified to talk about that either. I mean, yeah. I just sort of, I think I've seen mentions of them trying to help mentally ill people with VR headsets and whatnot.
I'd have to check it out.
It was just a mention.
I'm willing to look into it, but I'm concerned.
Yeah, I have some concerns about that. All right, should we do our outro now, I guess?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we cut Gary's segment because he didn't come up with anything.
I came up with something, but it doesn't really apply much to them because they don't know a whole lot about this.
Yeah, we're just going to call the Minecraft thing his segment.
Cool.
I guess. Yeah, why not? Thank you for listening to yet another episode of the Sam and Gary podcast.
Yet another waste of your time.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Airplane?
I have seen an airplane. Yes.
The movie Airplane. There's a character in the movie Airplane who starts telling stories, and like midway through his story, people are like running away. One person like sets himself on fire while because the guy tells such boring stories. That's how I picture people listening to our podcast. They're just like setting themselves, pouring gasoline.
Anyway, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes, we appreciate it. Thank you for joining us, Ty.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway.
Credit to Gary's mom for letting us come over. And we'll do another episode sometime in February. Can't promise that it'll be within the next 2 weeks, but at some point within the next month, probably. And
hope so.
It will probably feature guest Michael Light, who, if you watch my YouTube channel, you've seen him. Can I plug my YouTube channel? Am I allowed to do that?
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Sam Morgan on YouTube. Go check it out. Ty Cronan on YouTube.
Not on YouTube.
Did one video and then stopped because he's a jerk. So I'm not going to plug him.
Gary Garrison, not on YouTube. Well, technically I have, like,
on
an account.
You're in my videos, so I don't know if that counts.
Yeah, not really. I'm only really in his videos. I don't have my own channel. I don't do anything there.
If you're listening to the podcast right now, you can find us on YouTube, the Sam and Gary podcast. We'll link that in the description. If you're watching the podcast, if you want to listen to it, then we can give you the link for that in the description as well.
And give us those sweet downloads.
Sweet downloads on podcast.com. Can I just check the download count?
Wait, go for it. There's just a podcast.com?
It's just podcast.com, yeah. Awesome. Which we may be able to use to get us on Apple Podcasts.
Really? Possibly.
I think I want to do 3 episodes before we try to get on Apple Podcasts.
I personally use iHeartRadio for podcasts.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. He uses iHeartRadio for all his podcasts.
Apparently it's... that's gross, huh?
Anyway.
It says in its intro number 1 for podcasts.
Shut up, Ty.
Anyway, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.